There's 2 guns, as always. Everything is the same except for this thing, which I don't think I was able to see before. Hunk of metal blocking the entrance seems like some kind of machine. And this, I guess? A surveillance camera, and what only I can assume is a gun attached to it. So it's so chilling. Surveillance camera, yeah, chilling. What? Is the TV? I'm literally gonna look it up. There's one of the monitors showing. Don't see any clues around here. Yeah, I don't. This is the last thing to check besides just talking to Byakuya. There's a mailbox here. Could there be something inside? It's an e-handbook? No, wait, there's 3 of them, but what are they doing here? So you finally found them. Huh? Did you know these were here, Byakuya? I happened to find them by chance myself the other day. It seems there's a system in place where the handbooks of dead students get delivered to this mailbox. Okay? Oh, wait. So they didn't even necessarily have to take Chihiro's. They could have just taken Sayaka's or Junko's, because they're both dead. Because, yeah, there's the 3 e-handbooks in there for the 3 dead students so far. Well, besides Chihiro, but hers is probably still on her. So then, these 3 e-handbooks belong to Junko, Leon, and Sayaka. You can go ahead and confirm it yourself. I immediately turned on one of the handbooks, and when I did, Sayaka Maizona. You're right, this is Sayaka's handbook. Now do you understand? This is the key to the loophole that I revealed earlier. Yeah, I feel like I'm starting to get it. You should pay closer attention to the regulations. The answer's been in front of you the entire time. Loaning your e-handbook to another student is strictly prohibited. The only act of loaning the handbook is prohibited. Borrowing someone else's is perfectly fine. A dead person can't loan. I see, yeah, now I understand. Main hall e-handbooks, added to the gold section e-handbook.
What?
If we could dust for fingerprints, that would make this a lot easier. Like, we just got a fingerprint dusting kit, like, literally just dust the barbell, dust the handbooks, see what's going on. Hold on a second. What's wrong?
Very strange.
That's strange. One of the handbooks won't turn on. Is it broken? Whose is it? The other handbook showed Junko's name when I started it up. One that won't turn on must be Leon's, right?
I see.
It would make sense, yes. After all, he did get pummeled with dozens and dozens of baseballs. I guess that is right, but at that point, wouldn't it be obvious that it wouldn't be able to turn on? Like, it would be shattered or bent, broken. Pummeled with baseballs. Memory of a Kim flooding back. That cruel punishment which led to Leon's death. The execution that the mastermind concocted. A cruel, heartless death. You're right, it wouldn't be surprising for the handbook to break during that kind of assault. Hey, hey. Hey, 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 hey. Hey! What? That e-handbook is essential to student life here. Crucial, integral, instrumental, a super big deal. There's no way it would break that easily. But it did. If I say it wouldn't break, it wouldn't frickin' break. I forgot what Monokuma's music was like. What genre would you classify this music as? Because it's strange. It can withstand up to 10 tons of pressure, and it's waterproof up to 100 meters, okay? I don't care how many baseballs you hit it with, it wouldn't do crap. But, even my amazing handbook does have one single weak point. It does?
I can't hear you.
But as a secret, I wouldn't want you to go breaking any more handbooks.
What?
Then Leon must have broken it somehow without realizing what its weakness was, right? Hard to say. You know what I think? I think his handbook isn't actually broken. Did it just run out of batteries? But you might ask, how could that be? Leaving the question hanging in the air, Monokuma disappeared. What just happened? Monokuma said it's not broken, but there's an undeniable fact that it's not turning on. Well, I don't see any connection to the case, so it doesn't matter for now. You think so? Either way, something about it still bothers me. Broken e-handbook, added as truth bullets. Should be enough to get things rolling. Let's begin our investigation in earnest to track down the true culprit. Yeah, we need to find out who killed Chihiro. To be exact, not quite. Huh? Not quite? Byakuya, please. Stop speaking in riddles. Huh. Okay. So. Hey, my bottle's partially invisible because it's a green label. Shout out to Lemon Lime. Okay, so the only thing I can think of right now is that it's out of batteries. Maybe Leon, like, left it on. Like, yeah, maybe he just left it on the entire time he had it and ran out of batteries. It's the only thing I can think of. Okay, Byakuya. What are we doing next? What do you mean by that, Byakuya? To be exact, not quite. Certainly I want to reveal Chihiro's killer, but more... I want to discover the true identity of Genocide Jack. Then you really think... You truly believe Genocide Jack is the one that killed Chihiro?
Don't make me repeat myself.
Absolutely, I have no doubt that Genocide Jack is the culprit in this case. That murderous fiend is Genocide Jack. He just said the name. There's nobody else it could be. A murderous fiend who kills again and again with using a bizarre and brutal method. They're like a ghost attacking suddenly, then slipping away before the police can catch up to them. You are literally a broken record. And what nickname did the internet get? Genocide Jack. Say he's killed thousands of people, but that's gotta be an urban legend. Still, could one of us really be the demented psychotic killer like that? You're not wrong to wonder. But words mean little right now. I have something that will prove it, and I can show you. Then show me! What do you mean? Let's just go through this without doing the reaction.
Don't make me repeat myself.
And I have a basis to believe that, I assure you, Genocide Jack is one of us. What's the basis? Is there really proof? There's somewhere I'd like to take you. This will provide all the evidence you need.
It's all clear.
Evidence that Genocide Jack is the one that killed Chihiro. Evidence? Does something like that really... Hey, you two. Big trouble. Need your help.
I don't have time to play with you.
We're busy. Leave us alone. But it's an emergency. Emergency. Come on, you gotta help me. Howie? Hello?
Please.
This is a serious emergency. Please, please, you gotta help me. Just come down, okay, Hina? Okay, her name is Hina. I need to remember that, because I keep calling her Aoi, and I think she doesn't like to be called that. Hina. But it's an emergency. How do you pronounce that? Okay, whatever. What's the emergency? An emergency? What happened?
Well,
Something's wrong with Toko. She's acting super strange. Well, I mean, she was acting pretty strange earlier, right? What should we do, Byakuya?
Very strange.
Since it's Toko, I must admit I'm intrigued. I suppose we can take a second to see what's going on with her. Are you sure?
Don't make me repeat myself.
I didn't expect that. I thought for sure he'd just say no, and that'd be the end of it. Okay, come on, hurry. Wait for us, Hina.
Let's go.
It looks like she headed to the dorm rooms, to Toko's room, most likely. You're right. Okay. Okay, I'm finally getting back into the swing of doing the voiceovers for Danganronpa, because this game is so talking heavy. It's ridiculous. Hey, Hina. Okay, so, what you got to say? You guys are too slow. I think you're just too fast. So, what's this emergency? Well, after what happened in the girls' locker room, we left Toko in her room so she could lie down. After a while, we came back to check on her, you know, see how she was doing, but when we did, it was weird. She refused to come out, and she kept saying all this weird stuff. Weird stuff?
That's fine.
We should try talking to her ourselves. Yeah, good idea. I may as well give it a shot. The door swung open slowly and silently. Holy crap. An aura of negativity flowed out from behind the door, forcing a gasp out of me.
What? Oh, nothing. It's just that Hina was really worried about you pulling yourself up in your room.
leave me alone.
Yeah, sure thing. But could you open up just for a second?
Won't allow it.
Huh?
Won't let Genocide Jack have control.
And just like that, she slammed the door in my face. What was that? She's been acting like that the whole time when I rang a little while ago. I'll drive out the killer, drive out the murderous fiend. It doesn't make any sense, right? I was afraid to leave her in there alone, so I tried to bust down her door. But it felt like something was holding it shut on the other side. I couldn't even budge it. Toko was scared enough to even bar her door? Does she think the same thing as Byakuya? Does she think the serial killer, Genocide Jack, really murdered Chihiro? Is that why Toko's so scared?
But
Whatever it is, I'm really worried about her. Isn't there anyone who might be able to persuade her? Hey, Byakuya, guess who Toko has a crush on? Hey, Byakuya, do you think you could ask her? To come out of her room, I mean?
That's fine.
Sure, whatever. You're gonna talk to her, Byakuya? Wow, I guess you can be nice when you want to. Byakuya stood in front of the door, not making a sound, and pressed the doorbell. After a few moments...
What do you want?
Leave me alone, you're all so annoying. Ah, Bakula!
It's Byakuya.
Bakula? I'm sorry, I couldn't keep our promise. But don't worry, never again. I won't let Genocide Jack have control over again. And with that, the door slammed shut. Even Byakuya couldn't pull it off. There's nothing else we can do, let's go back to the investigation. Hold on! Hey Byakuya, what was Toko talking about just now? Something about a promise? Oh, I have no idea. Another one of her delusions, I'm sure. But if I say I don't know, that means I don't know. Just let Hina take care of her. Oh yeah, okay, I'll stay here and keep an eye on her.
Let's go.
Well then, let's go. Without waiting for a reply, Byakuya sped away. Byakuya! And I heard to catch up. I tried to talk to him several times as we walked, but he didn't even look back, let alone say anything. He just kept on walking towards his destination. Finally, he brought his feet to a stop in front of a certain room. The library? Come on, let's go in. Are we gonna finally see that back room? By the way, since I did watch the anime, one of the few things I do remember is what Toko's talking about right there, so don't worry about it. It's not something very big. Not really. I don't think. I don't know. Is the evidence that proves it was Genocide Jack really in the library?
Don't make me repeat myself.
Don't make me say it again. Okay. Oh, there's so much stuff to look at. Hey, back room. Please. If I remember, on the other side of this door is the archive, right? Hurry up and go inside. Oh, here?
Let's go.
It'll all make sense what's outside. Okay. It's the room I wanted to go in the entire time, so I knew it was important. Wow, so many books and files, and so much dust, too.
So, in other words...
I would say there's enough value in this place to endure the dust. Oh, whoops, I accidentally... So many files stuffed in the shelf. What's in all these things?
That's enough.
Those documents are dangerous. Dangerous? They detail all the people who control the world from behind the scenes. Dangerous truth for a commoner. You mean like members of the Diet or something? No, I mean the ones with real power, the secret council controlling everything from the shadows. If you're ready to be disappeared for, take a look. There's some very interesting people in there. You're just kidding, right? Am I? I'll just let it go for now. Okay, what am I looking at? Over here? This shelf is stuffed tight with files. Without really thinking about it, I picked one at random. Ah, you have a sharp eye indeed to select that file. Huh?
That's right.
That's the report on a presidential assassination. The original is kept at the National Library. It won't be declassified for another 30 years. Are you sure you want to look at it now? There's no telling whose crosshairs you might wind up in for peeking at it. Without making a sound, I return the file to the shelf. I'd look at it! I'm gonna probably die in this place anyways. I might as well know some cool stuff. I'm half tempted to just click on it again, but I know it's probably not gonna do anything. Hey, step left. What?
That's right.
Support on prejudice. Yeah, okay. I tried to click on the other thing. Oh, whoops. That wasn't the right thing. There's a wooden box. It's empty. Although, judging by the smudges on the dust, it looks like there was something inside. I wonder what it was. There was an extension cord plugged in there. It proved very useful while I was in the library. An extension cord, huh? Wait, was that what Chihiro was tied up with? I remember it was some kind of white thing. I didn't really look at it too closely, though. I really didn't want to, you know, look at it, given where it was. Huh, it's a desk lamp. Oh yeah, it's the same one I saw Byakuya using in the library before.
What?
Do you have a problem with that lamp? It was here before, then I moved it over there. It's too dark over there, so I thought I'd put it to good use. Okay, another medal. Okay, wait, what the? That's just another camera. Okay, this bookshelf, or it's a ton of thick files stuffed into the bookshelf. If you're thinking of looking through any of them, let me give you a little warning. Those things are filled with graphic, disturbing photos from all kinds of crime scenes. It's the kind of thing any normal person wouldn't ever want to look at. Be careful. I want to look at it. Let me look at it. Huh? What do you mean? All those files are investigation reports related to different cold cases. Those are internal documents, for police eyes only. They're not the kind of thing you'd expect to leak. Oh? So, are you finally beginning to understand the true splendor of this library? The entire reason I was interested in this library is because of this room right here. I guess that's probably why you weren't letting me in it. It's home to classified government documents, police records, things no ordinary person would ever see. Isn't it magnificent? I'd love a room like this. I'd just look through classified stuff forever. This can't be for real, right?
Such ignorance.
That's your guys' problem. Anything that doesn't fit with your preconceived reality, you label it a lie. But, well, it's not that. It's just... It's not like I totally refuse to believe it, but... I mean, there's just so much. How could anyone have put all this together? I suppose it goes to show how much power Hope's Peak truly wields, or perhaps... the mastermind may have wanted to provide us with enough entertainment to keep us from getting bored. It's no use. I can't keep up with all this. It's just too unreal. What's wrong? You still can't believe it? What about you? How can you believe it so easily? Things like that are usually impossible. What do you mean, usually? Usually, normally, ordinary, simple? Those things don't exist anywhere in the real world. If you don't understand what they actually represent, you don't understand the nature of anything. You don't pull your punches, do you? Besides, what you consider usual is based on your common sense, right? But what makes you think your own common sense applies to me at all? The documents gathered here are genuine. I have reviewed them multiple times, so there's no doubt. Hold on a second. You're saying you've read all these documents and more than once? But all this has to be like top secret confidential stuff, right? So why? My family has a reading room just like this at our home. Ours is bigger, of course, and not as dusty. Huh? Members of the Togami family have access to any variety of government-related documents. That includes foreign powers as well as domestic. How is that possible?
So, in other words...
I already told you, there's a secret council that controls the world from the shadows. My family is a member of that council. And I have within me the bloodline that will allow me to one day bend the world to my will. But to become such a ruler, I must know all levels of this world backwards and forwards. So whenever I have time, I like to review whatever documents and materials that interest me. Which is why I can proclaim without a doubt that the materials gathered here are the real thing. This is beyond believing or not believing. Byakuya is actually starting to scare me more than the actual mastermind. And what always interested me most were the cold case police investigation reports. Those are pretty interesting to listen to and look at. Reading through those reports has always been a hobby of mine ever since I was little. It's excellent mental exercise. I've solved more than a few of those cases just by reviewing the reports. They do say that the best way to solve a cold case is to get new eyes on it, so... Jeez, it's so hot in here. Oh well. I'll just grin and bear it. Reports. And among those reports, one of my recent favorites is the Genocide Jack case. As he talked, Byakuya grabbed a specific file from the shelf. This is the complete case file. Every single report surrounding the Genocide Jack cases has been compiled in here. Because there are so many, allow me to quickly summarize the main points. To begin, there are two notable characteristics in every Genocide Jack murder. First characteristic is that every crime scene the word bloodless is written in the victim's own blood, and the second, when the victims are murdered, their bodies are suspended. Wait, I'm gonna force myself to look at that. That might be an extension cord. That might be an extension cord. The bodies are suspended in a certain way. Bloodless is written in blood, victim's body suspended. It's exactly the same as what happened with Chihiro. Save your surprise, the best part is yet to come. For the second characteristics, where the victims are suspended, the only ones who knew about that particular fact were members of the police and other higher-ups. By all accounts, nobody in the media ever found out. Huh? In other words, no one in the news, and no one online, nobody knew about that aspect of each crime. Only key officials and the killer himself knew about the act of mounting the victim. Now, if you recall Chihiro's corpse, her body was most certainly mounted in this fashion. So, how could the killer have known about spinning the victim?
That's right.
That's the key question. But in fact, the answer is quite simple.
So, in other words...
The culprit isn't a copycat killer, it's the real Genocide Jack.
In other words...
That right there is the evidence the Genocide Jack has hidden himself among the rest of us. That then Genocide Jack really is such a brutal, fiendish killer, Wait, such a brutal, fiendish killer is really is walking around among us? I had to read that like 3 times.
Interesting.
Things are really starting to get interesting, aren't they?